YouTube? How are you? Hope you guys are having a great morning and you have a great Friday and also a great weekend. So, for those who are not aware of what's going on, maybe you haven't heard the news yet, there is a documentary that is going to be aired on a channel like Investigative Discovery about, it's called Escaping Pearadise, and it has to do with a Feedie content house. It looks really good, and I hope that they put it on the channel so that we can watch it. But it has to do with a gentleman who invited a great many bigger ladies to live at this content house and was using the whole body positive element to draw them there. And he is a feeder. So bringing the women there to spend time with them. It's a feeder content house and encouraging them to gain weight. I've got so many thoughts about that. So let me just get them off my chest before we get started so I don't forget. As far as body positive, the whole body positive movement, I don't think there's anything wrong with being body positive, just being comfortable in the body that you're in. But if you're around someone who's a feeder and they are encouraging you to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, isn't that not body positive? Because you're around someone who is saying to you, I want you bigger. They're not saying, I'm comfortable with your size as you are. They're saying, that's not enough for me. I want you bigger. It's kind of, it's the reverse of, I want you smaller. They're doing it in reverse. I want you bigger. So that's not really body positive to me when you're around someone and they're encouraging you to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And Pixa, I totally understand. I just got to talk about this because it's just, everybody knows how much I am against the feeder fetish. I have been passionate about that for years. When Chantal started doing the feedie content and it became obvious, I pointed it out to people. Thank you. Thank you, Stone. That's a great statement. Body positivity is accepting your body how it is while aiming to be healthy. Very, very true. So if you're around someone who's a feeder and they're saying, I want you bigger and bigger and bigger, what in essence they're saying to you is, whatever size you are, however much you weigh, it's not enough. I want you bigger. So how exactly is that body positive? And how is it positive for a body if you are unhealthy and you continue to be unhealthy and your health problems are getting worse? Something that I found out that was disturbing about the Pearadise content house, and this made me really, really sad, that one of the ladies who was part of the content house passed away in the house. And there were two more that passed away after they left. So again, body positive. How is it body positive when people have lost their lives to this? I mean, there's nothing positive about people dying early. Yeah, it's very, very sad. Like, look, a lot of people have different fetishes and kinks, and I'm okay with a great many of them, but one of them that I will never be okay with, just because it's self-harm and you're hurting yourself and you're around people that have you hurt yourself, is the feeder fetish. There's the light side of feederism, which is fine. And then there's the extreme dark side of it, which is not fine. A lot of it has to do with control and domination. I don't like it. It's abusive. In my opinion, it's abusive. So this documentary will be released on June the 7th on Investigative Discovery. Quirky Love Rosie is going to be in the documentary One thing of note about that, Rosie was not part of the Pearadise content house. Maybe they reached out to her as a sort of a reference to things about Feederism. Maybe that's why they included her. But regardless of what, she is in the documentary. And I'm sure what that's going to lead to is a lot of attention for her channel, a lot of attention for herself, which I'm sure that she's probably looking forward to. But where it's going to get ugly is if people, a lot of people, when they watch something, they tend to, fall down rabbit holes and they do research on a person. They're going to find out that she did a podcast. Let me see. I've got it pulled up here. She was on a podcast on a channel called We're All Insane. And the podcast was called Groomed into Feederism, where she talked about her experience with Feederism. They might find that because this podcast was like an hour and 50 minutes and 1 second. If you guys want to see it, like I can just pull it up for you real quick so you guys can see it. So she did this about 2 years ago where she spoke about her experience with Feederism and feeders and all of that. So that was 2 years ago. And then this documentary was filmed, what was it, last summer? So she's spoken out about Feederism twice. She's been very public with speaking out about Feederism twice. And where it's going to get ugly is she is with a confirmed feeder. And she's, catering to that lifestyle. So twice Rosie has spoken out against it. And yet here she is with somebody who is a confirmed feeder and she's leaning into that. So there's going to be a lot of backlash for that. Is that a doc? Is the doc a show or a movie? It's supposed to be a series. From what I understanding, it's supposed to be a series. Yeah, and I did see that, Atlanta. Chantal got jealous when she found out. I was watching Pulpy and we were watching Chantal, and someone in chat told her about Rosie. Well, we know why, don't we? Why is Chantal speaking out about Rosie and the documentary? Obviously, that is not a conversation that includes her. But if there's something of note, if there's something of interest, if Chantal is not directly linked to it, she tries to link herself to it because she wants to be a part of the conversation. It's one of those, what about me thing? Like she's like, what about me? Like she's been trying to go viral for years. Really, really hard, following trends, copying people on TikTok. Recently, she started copying a person called Mother on TikTok, mimicking her behaviors and saying things like, Mother's got to cook and Mother's got to do this. Like taking on somebody's personality and saying, I don't know what to call you Beezers now. What do you mean? You've been calling your Beezers the Beezers for years. So what do you mean you don't know what to call them? Is it because you've adopted a new personality? So if you adopt a new personality into your own, then you got to change the script entirely. So she's just angry because she's been wanting so much attention to her channel. And the crazy thing is, Chantal, you know how to get attention. You know what to do. You've been on social media for years. You know what it takes to get attention. You got to get the drama started. You got to get off your butt. You got to do more than just be boring. But getting angry at Rosie for what? This whole thing with Peeradise has nothing to do with you. You're not part of the conversation. You're trying to make yourself a part of the conversation by getting ugly. So what's the matter? What's the matter, Foodie? What's going on? Are you nervous? Are you nervous that once this documentary drops, that a lot of people are going to be talking about it? A lot of people are going to be reacting to Rosie? I think you are nervous. You should be nervous because you are not doing anything. You are not working on your content. You're not working on yourself. You're doing the basic bare minimum and skating by with that. And you even said yourself not too long ago, I'm just here doing these lives for 5 people, and the rest of you can fuck off. Your words. When you were angry, the mask slipped, and you basically said, I'm just here for a certain group of people, and I don't care about the rest of you. So you're not doing regular content. You're doing content for certain people. In your live yesterday, you were getting PayPal donations and money from Nina and Ryder, and you went out to eat at the restaurant, and I'm sure that meal was paid for and you were compensated. So it's obvious what's going on. You're just going online to do online Feedie requests. And in my opinion, the reason why you're going on social media and the reason why you're not going on to, say, a private Feedie site has to do with your Feedies. Because if they have girlfriends or wives or families, it's much easier to explain going on Kick, Twitch, or YouTube more so than that person getting caught on a Feedie site. You know, sometimes wives and girlfriends, they check out the browse history on a person's computer or a phone or something. And so that person going on Kick or Twitch or YouTube is much easier to explain than if, say, they had a Feedie site in their history. So I think a lot of them like you being on social media because that means they don't get caught with their dirty little fetish. So yeah, they're like, I just got thoughts of just that this whole content house. It's got me worried, y'all. When the documentary drops, I am honestly worried that there might be copycats. You know, there might be somebody out there thinking, well, that looks like a good idea. I'll just get together a bunch of big girls, put them into a house, and they can do adult content. Are there going to be copycats? Are people thinking, this is a good idea? Maybe I should do a content house too. I sincerely hope not. I really, really hope not. It's either going to do one of two things. It's going to spur a bunch of other content houses and the people that are running them are going to use the body positive movement to attract people when it's not body positive at all. It's just people hiding the fact that they're feeders and luring people there, saying, be body positive and love yourself. At the same time, you're destroying yourself, and we're encouraging you to destroy yourself, or it's going to shine a great big spotlight on the whole situation. And I also want to show you guys something here. Like, because this whole feeder content house thing, it's not just online where we can't see it. The problem is hiding in plain sight. And I want to show you how. So let me see here. I want to show you something. All I did was I went on YouTube and I put in the term Feederism. Y'all, there's an entire community on YouTube, all kinds of stuff on YouTube promoting Feederism. These are not documentaries explaining Feederism and the harmful effects of it. There are role play videos for Feederism. Look. So this person lured back into Feederism, the tasty truth of Feederism, a terrifying world. Okay. The Feederism kink my experience. Okay, it gets worse. Hold on. You think it's bad? Carla's weight gain comic dub. All right. And of course, there's Miss Foodie. All right. That weight gain audios. There's like weight gain, like comics here. Release your shame. Indulge to immobility Feederism hypnosis sample. That was 6 months ago. Too much of a good thing, a Feederism story reading. Miss Pauling's stomach teleporter. What? ASMR on Feederism. I mean, there's a whole community here on YouTube, ASMR Feederism role play. I mean, YouTube is saying it's okay to make these videos. Feederism audio again. So it's I mean, YouTube's hands are not clean with promoting this shit. There's a whole community for Feederism on YouTube. Why are those channels still allowed? I don't know, but they are. But you just do a quick search on Feederism, you'll see all that stuff. All right, so let me just go ahead and I'm just trying to keep track of all these tabs. Sorry. So would you guys like to see the documentary, like the trailer for this thing coming up on the 7th? Hello, Mandrews. I think there are some of them working on YouTube. I don't know if there's any feeders working for YouTube, but we can pull up the trailer. It's really, really short. That way you guys get a good idea of what's going on here. And again, I'd like to stress that Quirky Love Rosie, she was not part of the Pearadise community content house. Maybe they were just using her as a reference point because she had done the podcast speaking out against Feederism, but she doesn't have any experience in the content house unless she does. All right, so let's bring this up. So this is the channel is Investigation Discovery, and as a reference point, you know, we got to give credit to our sources here. Here is the there we go. So again, it's really, really short, like a minute and 30 seconds. Let's watch.
I want to feel loved. I want to feel desired. And that's not something that happens often to a fat girl.
I was scrolling on TikTok. This guy holds up a pair of bathing suit bottoms and he says, if you can fit in these, I want you in my pool.
Welcome to Paradise.
Stefan's a TikTok creator living in this mansion in Vegas with all these plus size women.
Everybody deserves to be treated with respect.
But he's selling a fantasy. You'll be loved here, worshipped like a goddess, but they don't tell you the price that you pay.
You have this older man with women half his age, and that power dynamic is predatory.
He says, this is just a body positive space and I just love fat women, and it's totally innocent when it's totally not.
There was no consent.
Paradise is not a safe and positive place.
This man is a predator. No one deserves to be a victim to him.
He gets off sexually watching people eat and gain weight. It can kill you.
911 emergency. Do you need police, fire, or medical?
Medical. Had it not been for Paradise, should be alive today.
I need to finally tell my story.
Are you a dangerous man?
Yes, he is.
Big Girls Wanted, Escaping Paradise, an ID documentary event.
So that was the trailer. That was a trailer. Like, it's really, really short. It's supposed to be a series. Can I could address a comment? Thank you, Leaky Boyle, for the super sticker. They don't tell you the price you pay. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, Rosie. Thank you. Hold on. There's a comment that I'd like to address in chat. Where is this person's comment? Hold on. Get awkward. Targeting Anna for some reason. Who's targeting Anna? I'm not targeting anybody who has Anna, and nobody in my chat is targeting anybody who has Anna. Anna is an eating problem. I was on the opposite side of the scale. I had BED. Like, I've had food issues in the past. So who's targeting anybody who has Anna? Like, my heart goes out to anybody who has any addiction or an eating problem. Are you talking about when I was mentioning that this person who is in charge of this content house, in my opinion, he's using the whole body positive movement as a means to cover up what he really wants from these women. He's a feeder and he wants to indulge in his fetish using the term body positivity. You know, he's not being honest. His intentions are not pure. You mean YouTube and Eugenia? I pray for Eugenia. I really do, because I feel so badly for that young lady. Yeah, neither should be okay. Like with body positivity is all about taking care of your body. You don't have to be a size 2 or a size 8. Be comfortable in the skin you're in, but take care of the body that you're in and not hurt it. And don't be around people that encourage you to hurt it. But that was a trailer, y'all. So that's going to be coming out June the 17th. And this is what set Foodie off. Like she was just like, nah, 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 about Rosie. It's like, nobody asked you, Chantal. This conversation is not about you, Chantal. So why are you getting so nasty? I think that she may be talking about, well, I don't know. Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't know a whole lot about this person who calls herself mother. I don't know if she has a issue with food. I hope she doesn't. If she does, I will pray for her to get better. But I hope that she deals with it in a very positive way. Like I've heard rumors about that she's got an eating issue, but I can't confirm, because like how many rabbit holes can you go down in a day? You know, how many? But Woody's reaction sounded so jealous. Yes, it did. And you have to wonder why. It's like, what do you care what Foodie, what Rosie is doing, what attention she gets? You said you don't care about girl world anymore, right? You're acting like you don't care. You're on Kick doing stuff for certain people. What do you care what happens in girl world? If you don't care about girl world, you don't care. Okay, then don't care. So if she's on YouTube and doing YouTube stuff, how does that concern you? You barely post on YouTube anymore, Foodie. Why are you getting mad at Rosie? And I think it has to do with the fact that Chantal's been trying to go viral for many years and been unsuccessful. And she sees someone maybe is about to go viral. You know? She could have gotten invited if she didn't have the Salab ball and chain. You know, I haven't seen the documentary or the series. It's not been released yet. But from what I gather about this content house, it was younger women. This gentleman was looking for younger women. I think Foodie might have been too old for this gentleman. Yes, she's a bigger woman, but he's looking for younger women. And I don't think she would have qualified based on that. Like she might have been too old for him. So like, I haven't seen the whole documentary to get all the facts, but in the beginning of that trailer, it said that this man was looking for younger women, and Foodie is in her 40s. So I don't think he would have invited her. Excuse me? Nobody goes from my size, 100 pounds, to being obese just because their friends or a partner make them eat more than usual. That is a life choice. Well, if are you 100 pounds? Okay. You're right. Everybody has the right to make a choice. Everybody has their own sense of free will. But if you are around someone that has a certain fetish, they can manipulate the fuck out of you. and make you believe that's what you want to do. And anybody who's ever been in love, if you are someone you have no self-esteem, you have no sense of self-worth, you don't think highly of yourself, you're going to want to make your partner happy just because you're loved. So you will do whatever it is you feel you have to do to get love. There are lots of people who don't feel like they're worth anything, and they will go to extreme measures to feel loved, to feel accepted, even gain weight. You know, like if you're someone and you're lonely, you will go to extreme measures to not be lonely. So again, I'm going to be very interested to see this documentary and see what's being said. Hello, are you serious? Hello, darling. I've never heard of this Peeradise. I am so disturbed by this. Are you serious? Like there is a content house. I am worried that after this documentary drops, that there's going to be copycats. There's going to be content houses popping up all over the place, catering to the feeder fetish. I am so worried about that. I was very disturbed to find out that there was a woman in the house who passed away, and 2 more that passed away after they left. I mean, that is scary. That is frightening to think that was a content house and somebody passed away in that house. And then 2 more passed away after they left. That doesn't sound very positive when it results in death. Ugh. So yeah, there's a trailer. Are you serious? Big Girls Wanted. Get awkward. It's right here, darling. Do you see it? Big Girls Wanted, Escaping Pearadise, June 10th. So that is the release date, is June 10th. You see? You know what? You're right. There are probably content houses all across the country as well as in other countries. Of that, I have no doubt. I have no doubt about that. And again, that in itself is scary. So do I, Suzanne. I hope they'll ask the right questions in the documentary and that it isn't just publicity for feederism. Well, I'm going to keep it real. Even bad publicity for something is good publicity, because you can't talk about something, even in a negative way, without people getting curious and poking around and looking around and getting the publicity anyhow. You know what I mean? It's example, look at Foodie Beauty. The way we talk about Foodie. Well, you got to know there are some people that are like, who is this person, Foodie Beauty? And they go looking for her on Kick and on YouTube and on Twitch, and they find her and they want to talk to her. So it's like even bad publicity is good publicity because it brings attention to something. But I hope that Rosie is ready, because she's going to get a whole lot of attention. And since she did this documentary thing last summer, and if people are going to her channel and they're seeing she's doing the food content and she's with a confirmed feeder, she's going to get a whole lot of heat. I hope she's ready for it. Like, I'm sure she's looking forward to the attention, but there's the backside of that. Are you ready for the backlash? Are you ready for people to get in your comments and say, hey, wait a minute, you did this thing last summer and it just got released and we're finding out all this information while diving down the rabbit holes. What's going on here? What is here? What's the matter? I mean, she doesn't deal well with pressure, and she tends to buckle a bit. She's already getting some. I hope HBO and ID see the outrage and edit her out. You never know. You know what? Let's go to the comments. See, like this was the documentary. This was released 1 day ago. So let's read some of the comments. Danny says, Rosie, seriously? She must have manipulated the hell out of you guys. Okay. Saifez says, Rosie is not an expert in any way and wasn't involved in this place. What's the point in adding her? She still continues to do weird food stuff online, not to mention be harmful in other ways. I recommend people looking into her before fully trusting her stories. And Rosie, this is not gang stalking. This is making sure people are informed about you. So this is in the comments, and I'm sure that the ones who are releasing the documentary, they're going to see this. And I'm sure they're going to hear about it. More comments about Rosie. Strawberry says, Girl World has broken containment. Fallen Angel says, I'm sorry you have Rosie on here. The person who states she escaped feederism, but on her channel is still actively cooking large amounts of food, moaning while she eats, sauces dripping on her face. So actively still participating in feederism. How little research did you do? These women deserve their stories told, and I'm grateful they are. But then to add someone like Rosie, and it feels like a slap in the face. All right. Maybe it's Cluster says, let me guess. Rosalind claims she was groomed into feederism in this and positions herself as some type of expert on the matter. Is this how she sold herself to you, ID? Run Amok says, super disappointed that you chose Rosie to be a mouthpiece for this story. She is on this platform, stuffing her face, grifting for money, lies constantly of her stories, experiences, and relationships. She's a vile person through and through. Whatever she told you to get on were lies. For her, the platform itself on the back of this sad and scary story without any context, but to just get her name out there is sick and goes to show what kind of person Rosie is. Now you'll never get rid of her ID. Tiny Blue says, funny, I don't remember Rosie ever being part of Pearadise. What possible input could she have on the topic? Who the hell did she bamboozle to get this job? I guess we'll find out on the 10th. And see more comments about Rosie. Oh, and also there's rest in peace, Shay. I guess Shay was the person who passed away in the content house. Yes, please. Rest in peace to that lovely lady. Let's see. More comments about Rosie. Golden Lois says, yes, the man is a predator and it's good the women are listened to. Bit confused why some women weren't involved or featured in the doc. Kind of undermines the whole thing. Just tell the actual stories. Let's see. Yep, and see more comments like now one more has died. Let's see. All right, see all these comments from Girl World. All of these. All of this. What? You know what, Ashley? I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't even know where to find the Pearadise Content House feed. I don't know if that happened. Holy shit. Whoa. Pass away. PA, pass away. So I don't know for sure. I'm just asking, so please don't take my word for it. Goodness gracious. But I have several in the comments who are saying that somebody passed away while living in the house. So yeah, it's disturbing. I'm sure there's going to be some copycats that put together content houses of different fetishes. I hope that doesn't happen, but I hope that Investigative Discovery puts out the documentary on their channel. What's that? I know you'll ignore this. Why would I ignore it? Huh? Why would I ignore it? But I believe that Rosie is still doing Feedie content on other sites where her weight gain coming from otherwise. Like, I don't know that for sure, Hannah. But, and why would I ignore it though? Why would you say that? I'm not ignoring you. I would never. But just like I said, I'm okay with many different fetishes, but I got a big problem with the feeder fetish because it's self-harm. You're hurting yourself and somebody's encouraging you to hurt yourself. It's very manipulative. A lot of it is about control and domination. It's a power exchange. And it hurts the individual like badly. So yeah. So that's the documentary. Let's get out of here. I'm trying to shut down tabs so I can keep track of everything. Oh, and by the way, chat, so yesterday, Chantal's chat was an entire shit show. Well, thank you. Are you seriously? I like it too. Yesterday was an entire shit show in her chat. There were a lot of racist, straight up racist things being said. And the person saying them was not automatically kicked and banned from the chat. No, they weren't. As a matter of fact, Chantal said, I'm on this person's side. This person was calling people monkeys. Yeah, that happened. Chantal is guilty of many racist comments. I mean, there's so many examples. But Whitey Lover was the one saying this, and Whitey Lover did not get banned. I mean, just said straight up, I'm on this person's side. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Marina. People who have problems with it could leave. Yes, and you know what we're going to do? Before we get into the Twitter peeps, how about we get into the lovely video put together by Barbecue Chillin'? Would y'all like to see it? I'd like to see it. It's not that long. It won't take us that much. And full credit to Barbecue Chillin'. We're in tie-dye. Hey. We're going to get into it, y'all. But yeah, her chat was an entire shit show. Just things just got so hateful. Why does it have to get hateful? Yeesh. Let's watch.
I always run over that.
Eesh, that picture. Jump scare.
So I wanted to do this, like, I got tickets. It was free tickets for an immersive Parliament experience. It's like an indoor light show thing. It looked really cool. Now, I just drove by it, and they're like, because I thought I could film. It said, like, for personal use, but I guess I don't know. I thought I would try and live stream. And they said photographs only. So I'm like, oh, that sucks, man. Like,
so there she is bitching because she wanted to go into Parliament and film. She wanted to turn all of Parliament into her recording studio, and they said, not today, Satan. So she's bitchy about that in this video because she wanted to film. She wanted to turn Parliament into her own place to record for content. And they said, no, we're not going to let you. She doesn't understand that some spaces are private. We're not going to let you put that on camera, ma'am. Ma'am, not today, ma'am. So that's what she's bitching about. That she wanted to go into Parliament and they said, no, you can't film in here. Maybe you can take some pictures. She could have done that. She could have taken her phone, taken some pictures, gone home, made a video with those pictures. That would have been acceptable. She just couldn't live stream. She still could have gotten some content in there by taking pictures, but that would have been more work. So she called them haters and says she just wants to bees. Well, go bees back home, bitch. Go bees back home where you belong. You can't turn Parliament, which is an official building, into your recording studio. No, 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 no. Not allowed. I'm sure that's for the purpose of privacy.
We can't go in there. I don't want to go if you guys can't go. I'm kind of hungry. I didn't eat anything, but I'll find somewhere. By the way, whenever I was like in the train station coming up here, I pulled out my phone to check directions, like of where to go. And this person, older person, stopped. Like they were going into the elevator. They stopped and they were like, looked at me and they're like, you better not be taking pictures. So I freaking like, I'm like, excuse me. I was like, who are you to know? First of all, is even your business to know what I'm doing on my phone?
Well, if you've got your phone pointed at somebody, they have a right to say something like that to you. Because again, the whole world is not your recording studio. You want to do something in the privacy of your own dwelling, have at it. Go for it. Do it all day long. But once you step out in public and you point your camera at a person and they don't want to be on camera, then they have the right to say, I hope you're not filming and I hope you're not putting me on film. I don't want to be part of your live stream. I don't want my face or my family all over YouTube. No, ma'am. You know, so you respect other people's private space. Doesn't Foodie get upset when she sees people are filming her out in the wild? She gets real upset. Oh, this purple-haired weirdo talking about Chantal Gucci, catching a little bit of footage. But yet, when you film other people, they don't have the right to say no. Filming is banned on the train there. She knows this. And I support the train and the people who run the train saying no filming. And that feels very invasive to film on the train. People are there. You don't know who's on the train. You don't know what their stories are. You don't know. I mean, I'm just making stuff up, but just you don't know if that person is in witness protection. You don't know if they've been in serious trouble. You don't know if there's someone running from a DV relationship and they're just trying to do their day-to-day stuff and you're putting them on fucking camera. Hence the reason why you shouldn't film people without their consent. They might be running from someone or something and you're exposing them. You know, everybody has the right to their own personal space without that space being invaded, especially with a camera.
And second of all, it's a publicly accessible, it's public, it's, you know, and I can do whatever the hell I want. I just went in the elevator, shut him up quick. Excuse me. I'm good at other things, Jackie. You just don't know me, and you never will, to the full extent. I've probably been to more countries than you, so shut the fuck up. That's not true. We want to go look at our couples channel. Are you kidding? Nice try, though.
I've been to more countries than you, so shut the F up. And you've done what when you went to those countries? Yes, you've been to the Middle East. Yes, you've been to Thailand. Yes, you've been to Cuba. What did you do in those places? Nothing except eat and make yourself more unhealthy. Do you have a shitload of pictures and videos of your happy times there? No. You just found yourself a little hotel room, squatted like a toad, and ate. And you complained and bitched about every single one of them. Yeah, you basically shit yourself all over the Middle East, Thailand, and Cuba. Oh, I got to shit my pants. Big question. Is there anywhere that you've been where you didn't have an accident? Anywhere? I mean, I think Chantal has accomplished something in life. She has left poo trails all over this world. There's traces of her still left in Thailand, Cuba, the Middle East, and Canada. That is an accomplishment, y'all. That is a serious accomplishment. She is pooing her way around the world. Yeah, that's got to be a Guinness Book of World Records kind of thing. Like, I'm just going to make it my life's mission to poo everywhere I go and leave a trace of me behind. Well done, Foodie. That is your legacy.
I just thought I would ask, but I got the tickets because I wanted to bring my live stream to show them. It's probably not admissible, right?
Unfortunately, not able to record inside. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thanks anyways. The tickets are free if you guys want to go to the it's like an immersive experience thing there. I didn't know that walking to the big Buddha statue and going to the market and the floating market and Kawasan Road, and then even when I brought you guys to a few malls. Remember that?
Oh, and by the way, Chantal, I saw the footage on Twitter and I heard about how you walked up an entire set of stairs, a very long set. So you know what that tells me? That tells me you don't need the scooter. And this nonsense of you being at home and I can't stand up to turn off the faucet, girl, stop it. Is that for your immobilizer feeders? Do they like to see things like that? I think they do. But if you were downtown and you walked up an entire set of stairs and then back down, you don't need wobbles. And this bullshit of I'm at home and I can't clean the house, I can't feed the cat on the floor, I can't turn on the faucet, stop it right now. Just stop. You've got the ability to do those things. You don't need the scooter, and you don't need to sit there and act like I can't do anything for myself. Yes, you can. You just don't want to, and you're catering to that fetish group over there, and they are paying you not to do things.
I Love Calorie store. There you go. I did do some things. Let's go this way and see what's up. So no, I don't just sit in the hotel. Do I sit in the hotel a lot? Yeah. Fuck, you pay for it. Why not? We found it. Bank of Canada Museum. What? There's a $1,000 bill? I never seen this in my life. And I probably never will. You know what? I have a goal. Okay, the goal is to
get a $1,000 bill and keep it. Good luck with that. Even if somebody gave you a $1,000 bill, that sucker's already spent. Good luck getting one and keeping it. Money has a nasty habit of as soon as it hits your pocket, it's going somewhere else. If not for you and your habits and your addictions, it's going to Natter or Salah. Hey, Chantal, I noticed you still haven't addressed the sexy groceries you bought him. That little haul, the $500, $600 haul of groceries. You ain't going to talk about it? No? You're not going to talk about the 2 bags of like shredded cheese, the 2 big blocks of cheese as long as my forearm, the ice creams in the fridge, the tons of bread, the tons of soda in the background. You ain't going to talk about that? No? No, not at all. You're not going to address that. And this happened after Salah was in chat saying he needed $500 to $700 for a keyboard. I guess keyboard is a new code word for groceries. After Nina gave Salah all that money, all of a sudden Natter pops up with all them doggone groceries. Interesting timing. Very interesting timing, bitch. Ain't gonna touch it? Too dangerous? Nah, I wouldn't blame you. You know, Chantal, let me tell you something. You and Natter are sloppy as hell. I knew the 2 of you idiots would make a mistake. That in your arrogance, you would make a mistake. I was waiting. And boy, did you screw up. You didn't think anybody was watching him, did you? All that talk about Salah and Salah this and Salah that. That was diversion tactics. That was misdirection. Look over here. Don't look over there. Bitch, I was looking. I was waiting. And I found what I was looking for. So good job being stupid.
saving. See you soon. I think that's like it. Time to return your, that's it? Something quick to do. I don't have the patience. Honestly, coming here makes me want to save money. I'm not even joking. Kind of boring. I should have showed you guys more, but like, it's really just like a lot of reading. Is this, are you selling ice cream?
No, he's got
Oh.
I apologize.
This dumb idiot. She saw this cart and she's like, immediately thought, oh, ice cream. I want ice cream. And he wasn't selling ice cream. He was just giving out pamphlets. See how food obsessed she is? She sees anything that looks like an ice cream cart and she gets excited like, oh, ice cream. No, there's no ice cream. It's just pamphlets. What, you don't want a pamphlet? You might learn something today. No, you don't want to learn something? You just want to stuff your face again? Oh, wow. What a disappointment. She was so disappointed. There's no ice cream? False advertising. Damn.
Sorry. Me too. You don't see those ice cream carts anymore.
I know, right? Only like back in the day.
I know. Is it okay? I just want to show people the hotel. Thank you so much. Wow. Holy crap. Look at this. So this is like a very historic hotel. Whoa. Look at this, man. We should have tea here. So this hotel is apparently haunted. Look at this beautiful place. The Titanic. People from the Titanic stayed here. I read that.
You know what? Again, this footage, it proves that there's lots to do in Canada. There's so many things that if Chantal were more active or she cared about her content, Canada's huge and it's beautiful. Canada is such a beautiful place. There's so much going on in Canada. This is a content creator's dream, Canada. There is beautiful scenery. There is forest. There is it's majestic. It's God's country. There are places to eat. There are places to visit. There are monuments. There are haunted hotels. If you're a content creator, you couldn't ask for better. And yet she's constantly saying there's nothing to do. Screw that. If I lived in Canada, I would be researching all of the haunted hotels, motels, places. I'd be doing that paranormal content. Why not? Shoot. Let's have some fun. And she's like, and what does she give us? Sitting at home, eating, talking about poo stories, more food, more poo stories, more food. You live in Canada, and that's the best you can do? Boo. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Yeah, Toronto, I'm sure, is fantastic. But there's all kinds of areas of Canada. She didn't have to go out of the country to do this. She can stay in her own country. You know? Goodness gracious, the things we could be seeing if she gave a crap about her content. Shameful.
Pretty cool, eh? It's like $350 a night. Take a picture in the photo booth. How does it work? How much is it? Oh, you gotta pay. Grand piano, very nice. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm in the way. Oh, there's a conference thing here. Cool. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, sorry, dear. Thank you. Are you guys here?
Foodie, you are being so rude. Get out of people's way. You were making a point to be rude. Not even trying to get around people, just like charging her way through with that scooter. Shame on you.
Let's network. That's what I was thinking. Look at these carpets. I look forward.
Here's your Rosie right with you.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
No, it's not inside out. Oh, it is. Oh, well. Try the steak sandwich. Serve with your choice of house salad. Soup.
Okay, you know what? She's eating at a nice place. So those that are Beezers, she's eating at a nice place. She spent like, what, $40 or $50 on this meal? Or should I say the feeders spent $40 to $50 on this meal. So since she is financially comfortable enough to eat a meal at a nice hotel, if she comes online and she starts saying, I'm running out of money, I need to buy groceries, I don't want to hear you. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, because anybody that needs food for their house, you don't do this. No, ma'am. No, before you go out to eat, you stock your pantry, you stock your fridge first. Anybody's got a lick of sense knows this. $47 for a sandwich and fries. Yep. Hey, you got enough money in your pocket that you can spend $50 on lunch, then you don't come back to your subs and beg for money. Don't you dare stick that hand out and say, I need money. Don't you do it.
Du jour or fries? People have sent me gifts, so it's not digging into the budget, so who cares? I think I'm gonna get beef steak sandwich.
Excellent choice. It's my personal favorite.
Really?
Yeah,
Good?
it's fantastic. Do you want a fry sandwich?
Yeah, with fries, please. Thank you. How about while we wait, I go up the stairs?
Look at that. Walked all the way up those stairs. That means she can do housework, doesn't it? You know, because stairs take a little bit of stamina, and I'll give her credit. I mean, this is a bit of activity. And you got to know, for someone who's 400 pounds overweight, it takes a lot of effort. So I will give her credit for that. That hauling 400 extra pounds on your frame up a set of stairs, that's no joke. But if you can do this, you can clean your damn house. You can take the trash out. You can take care of that cat. You can keep her off the stove so she doesn't get burned. And by the way, Foodie, garlic and onion are dangerous for an animal like a cat. If you're cooking something in garlic and onion, don't feed it to your fucking cat. You can make her sick. She can pass away from that. Don't do that again. If you want to cook some fish for BG, cook it separately without the added stuff and give it to her. Do not do that again. Do not cook something in garlic or onion and give it to the damn cat. Be mindful of what you put in her food.
Just pre-burning my lunch. Go again? I'd rather not. So for my grocery budget, I have 150. And then the movie budget, I have 40.
Movie. Are you serious? I think that the movie budget is code word for something else. What do you think? Because every time she goes to the movies, and she goes to movies a lot, she comes back high. Clock it. Every time she goes to the movies, she comes back and she gets on camera and she's huffing out of her nose like a bull. Even Rufus the bull doesn't snort that hard. But every time she comes back from the movies, she got that thing. She's doing something. That huffing isn't there all the time. It mainly happens when she goes to the movies. What kind of movie is this that you're seeing? Are you watching Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? What movie is this that you're seeing that you come back high? Huh. It's weird how the movies make you high.
Last night I didn't order out, but I did eat a bag of popcorn, microwave popcorn. I had some cottage cheese and some grapes because I don't have any junk in my house. This I consider just a normal meal. You know, people order meals that... And then later, if I get hungry at home, I'll probably make rice and beans. It has an au jus. Look. It has an au jus.
You are not. What? I saw this on Twitter. I'm like, she did not just do that. She did not just take that silver thing and like tip it back. And I'm like, you feral bitch. You disgusting feral bitch. No, ma'am. It's bad enough you do it at home with the tape out containers. You did all, she got paid for that. I guarantee you she got paid for that. Somebody paid for that meal and they require her to do certain things, and that was one of them. To sit there and eat that meal and then like just drink. That's nasty. To the gutter with you, madam. To the gutter and stay there. That is just nasty behavior. That's not what that container is for. It's not a glass. It's for your sauce. And you're putting your nasty, stanky, unbrushed mouth on it. Gross.
Look at that. This is a beauty bite. Rosie's on HBO. What? She used to go to Paradise. She's starring in a documentary. That Paradise house is getting publicity. There's a house called Pearadise, and it's run by this feeder guy who has a fat fetish. A couple of the women died, and one died recently. I remember watching a stream when she was alive. It's like a haven for morbidly obese.
Wait, what? What? Wait a minute. Hold up. You know what? I'm going to slow this down because it's speeded up. Let me slow it down just a bit. I want to catch all of that because I'm like, huh? What'd you just say? Say it again.
Beauty bite. Rosie's on HBO. What? She used to go to Paradise. She's starring in a documentary. That Paradise house is getting publicity. There's a house called Paradise, and it's run by this feeder guy who has a fat fetish. A couple of the women died, and one died recently. I remember watching a stream when she was alive.
That's what I thought you said. So why would you be watching that? You remember watching the stream when this person was alive? Yeah, she knows a lot, doesn't she? So you're subscribed to their content? You know about this website, or I don't know how they stream, but you know about this content house, do you? So you subscribe to their streams and you're watching them. Maybe she was rejected. I think Foodie would work for a content house. But like I said, I think that this person who is running the content house, he seemed to like the younger ladies, and she's not a younger lady. So they were not going to have her on as a content creator per se. But amazing. She was watching all this stuff. And why would you be watching that stuff, Foodie? I mean, we've been known that you've been doing the feedie stuff for years. I think that when you first got on YouTube, you were concerned about doing regular content. But then the feedies found you on YouTube and they started talking you up. And you're like, oh, I can do this kind of content. And you've been sneaking it into your content ever since. And this has been going on for years. And then you expanded. You started off with a feedie fetish, and then you were catering to the immobilizers, and then the gainers, and then you went further. You started doing the adult baby stuff and catering to the PDF files in your live streams. Like the whole live stream you did where you went to the playground. You went out there at night and you were on the swing set. And then you went back down there during the daytime and you got pissed off because there were actual kids around and you could not take the request. You could not do the request. So you're doing more than just the feedie stuff now. You're all about, I'll do whatever it takes to make money. You don't care if you're catering to a bunch of pedos and creeps and weirdos. You'll sell every part of yourself down the river for a very cheap price. And there are way too many people out there willing to pay. You're catering to just not just the feeders, but the creeps that have like little one fantasies. So yeah, we see you. I've seen you for years, and I've been clocking your ass for years.
It's like a haven for morbidly obese women escaping Paradise. She's gonna act like a victim. Watch. He held me against my will here and forced me to eat. What do you mean escaping? Nobody forces those women to go there. The people have no personal responsibility for their own actions.
Pulpy! Pulpy is all of us. We love Pulpy.
I blame myself for putting what I do in my body. Rosie, you're an idiot. I don't think pinning deaths on the Stefan guy is like the thing to do, because by that.
Oh, no, she's not. She is not defending this guy. Of course she is. She's defending this guy who's a feeder. Of course she would do that, because what is she supported by? Feeders. She's got feeders around her, and she is so heavily dependent on them that when Nina said, "I'm out," look how much she flipped out about that. One person, one, leaving her chat made her lose her mind. That person came back, but the idea of that main feeder who gives her a lot of money leaving her chat made her lose it. That should tell you how much she's depending on those people. You know, normal Foodie back in the day would be like, hey, you want to leave? Leave. But the idea of Nina leaving and taking her money with her, she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to be here. Why? Just one person is leaving. But that points in the direction of how much you lean on that group of people, that without them, you would fall. That everything in your life depends on that group of people. So you're not the boss bitch you say you are, because a boss handles their business. A boss says, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to take care of mine. I'm not going to depend on anybody. You're not in control. You are being controlled. You let yourself be controlled. They tell you to jump, you say how high. They tell you to go to a restaurant and eat a meal, you say how much, and how much money will I get for it. So you're all about monetizing that self-harm content and putting it all over social media. Don't talk to me about being a boss bitch when you're so dependent on a group of people to fund your lifestyle that if one walks away, you're going to lose your shit. Girls, shut up being a boss bitch.
You could say, well, McDonald's is responsible. Well, Heart Attack Grill is responsible. No, you're responsible for your own actions. If you don't want to go, don't go. He's not forcing you. Oh, free Palestine people. Free Palestine! I know, look, it's broken. East.
So apparently YouTube lover or white lover or whatever their name is and werewolf something, they were fighting in the chat, and I don't know for what. So just long story short, they were fighting, and then YouTube lover or whatever said this.
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't catch it. Go ahead.
This.
And this isn't the first time that Whitey Lover has said something like this. This is not the first time. And they were allowed to say it, and they did not get banned. I'm just going to leave this here for a minute. So people who are making racist comments are allowed in the chat. And in the past, if y'all think back to the live stream that Chantal did where she showed, Sasa on camera, a straight up PDF file got into the chat and said, I know this is triggering, I know this is kind of gross, but this was the comment. This person said, and the name that they came in under was ASMR Homesteading. ASMR Homesteading said, can you lift up Sauce's shirt? I'm gooning myself. Gooning is when they're masturbating. That person was allowed to make that comment like 4 or 5 times. They weren't like banned on site. And they were also allowed to come back. So Chantal, you have this history of letting racist people in your chat saying racist things. And you also have a history of letting PDF files come into your chat making creepy ass comments. Like, you have to wonder why you are so comfortable letting people like that in your chat, letting them around you. And why you also have a history of defending PDF files like Cyrax, like Dragon Lord Frodo, like Karate Joe. You are actually a PDF apologist saying he's paid his debt to society. Why can't people just forgive him? And you claim to be a victim. And yet when it comes to somebody who is a criminal, who's done criminal acts, who's done despicable things, you apologize for them. You make excuses for them versus condemning them. That is an interesting point of view for someone who claims to be a victim and uses victimhood to get on social media and get sympathy and money from people. It's almost like you're making up stories for the sake of profit, and you're not really a victim.
Nina, totally not competing with Ryder. Oh my god, Nina, no way. Referencing people as monkeys. I don't think he meant like, I think he meant everybody, like the monkey behavior. I politely ask you to stop calling people monkeys. I'm not calling you a racial slur. Yeah, he didn't say anything racist, guys. It's a slur if it's directed towards, like, black people, but it wasn't. I don't feel he was being racist, so he didn't say it directly to the person. He doesn't even know who you are, werewolf. How would he know what your race is? Okay, can we not fight like little children in the chat? If you guys don't like someone in the chat, just block them and don't fucking talk to them. Okay, YouTube lover, who are you calling monkeys?
Yep, and here we go. Some of the people in her chat were offended by Waddy Lover making that comment, and they're like, I'm out. And Chantal's getting pissed because some people are not about that life of being racist or being somewhere where racist comments are allowed to be spoken and that person is not banned. So she's getting pissed off. She's like, I don't want to get rid of this person. I don't think they made racist comments. She didn't want to get rid of Whitey Lover. She wanted to keep him there. So a lot of people are very unhappy and they're saying, I'm out. Like, I don't like the vibe here. You know what's interesting is your vibe attracts your tribe. Like you, the content creator, you set the vibe for your chat. You are the captain of the ship. So people in the chat are kind of taking your lead about what is allowable, what the vibe is, how to talk. And apparently she has set a certain vibe to where people can come in there and make racist comments and they feel very comfortable doing so. Why are they so comfortable? They wouldn't be as comfortable if she was a content creator saying, none of that. We're not going to have that talk in here. That's horrible. She doesn't shut it down immediately. Yeah, well, they're going to lose people then. Yep, thank you, Liz. Waddy Lover says homophobic, transphobic, anti-homeless, you name it all the time. Yep, and she still keeps them there. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So what is her vibe? And what is the vibe that the chat is following? You know, like negative attracts negative. Thank you. And I love that you said that, Inferno. She blocks critics, not racist. Isn't that an interesting point of view? That you won't block the people who are being racist or homophobic or transphobic or anti-homeless. They get to stay. But anybody who's criticizing you, oh, you're a hater. Shame on you for criticizing what she's doing.
What are they talking about? feel like a lot of you people like gang up on YouTube Lover and y'all don't like them and you like try to accuse them of being racist even before that. Acting like monkey, unless it's directed directly at a black person, doesn't mean it's racist. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, all of you ganging up, just fucking leave then. Y'all are started shit. Just fucking leave then if you're mad. I don't think YouTube Lovers are racist. That's it. So if you don't like that, just fucking leave. Whatever. Stop ganging up on them and just fucking leave. I called garlic a monkey, exactly. Actually, I saw that, YouTube Lover. So you guys just try to like cause shit. We don't need you in the chat. You made fucking Teardrop leave. And I'm gonna block you all if you don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you know what? Did you hear that, Beezers? Those of you that are not racist, those of you that have a problem with homophobic, transphobic comments, she just told you, you don't like it, leave. Go ahead and leave. I'm not telling you what to do, but if a content creator said something like that and they're giving you a suggestion, maybe you should follow up on it. Maybe you should take her suggestion and leave. Because, you know, why stay anyway? What kind of content are you watching? Truly, honestly, if you're on her Kick channel, if you're on her YouTube channel, what is the content that you are consuming, that you are giving the view for? Someone who sits on a couch, they're engaging in feeder content. That's all they care about, is looking for the feeders in chat, catering to them, talking about poo, talking about food, being boring. And on top of that, we're going to add racism, homophobic comments, talking about shit. This is what you want to watch day after day? This is your entertainment? When there are so many people all over social media that are giving true quality content? I mean, why subscribe to trash when you have an alternative? I mean, you can pull up Kick's front page and there are all kinds of people doing all kinds of things. Why bother with the boring when you don't have to? You know, why bother? If someone's not looking to give you quality content, why give them the view? Why put money in their pocket? You know, get what you pay for, or if you pay for it, you don't like it, then stop paying for it.
Annoying as hell. You're like children. Grow up. Okay, so ignore him then, werewolf. Ignore him. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Don't talk to him. So it's okay for you guys to gang up on him or her, but not the other, like, you know? He was calling garlic a monkey. He wasn't saying it towards black people. He's not racist, in my opinion. If you don't like him, block him. I don't want people causing shit in my chat every fucking day. Like, just because you guys don't like somebody in my chat doesn't mean, you know? Okay, well, then I'm wrong. Whatever you want to think, werewolf. But just please shut up about it. You're taking it out of context. He's not directing it.
So you're going to block all of us paying members for one racist? She sure will. Yes, she will. Because if she likes you and you're in her inner tribe, in her inner group, she doesn't want to get rid of you. And apparently, Wadi Lover is in that group. So this person who is a member is saying, so you're going to block us all paying members for one racist? Yeah, she don't care. Because to be truthful and to be honest, she doesn't even care about you paying members. Because you are not the reason why she's on Kick. She's there for the feeders. She's there to do feeder requests. The money she makes on Kick is nothing. It's just, it's whatever money. You know, the big money is in the stuff she does offline. The big money is the PayPal donations. You know, like Kick is just nickels and dimes and quarters compared to the real money that she's making. So that's why she doesn't care. She's not doing regular content. She doesn't care for people who are regular audience members. She cares for those big baller dudes that are paying her for stuff. That's where the focus is. And her being on Kick and doing content is just a cover for what she's really up to. That's why she don't give a shit.
It's a racist slur. So if you want to think that, that's your problem. I don't know. That's not my belief. You're trying to force your opinion on me. How is that right? Just because I don't agree with you on something, you're going to throw a tantrum and leave? Then I don't know what to tell you, man. Yes, I did. I saw him call Gore like a monkey. Acting like a monkey. Like a fucking subhuman, like, you know. I don't know, I didn't see that comment. People, anything, I always see people attacking YouTube lover all the time. There we go. Don't call people monkeys. And nobody fight with anyone.
You know what, Chantal, after what you did long ago, referring to Charlie Gold as Charlie Cole, and you got a bunch of heat for that racist comment, and supporting a channel linked to a channel that had a monkey avatar, I would think you wouldn't want anything that sounded even remotely racist in your chat. I also remember that bullshit apology that you gave Charlie. You made a mukbang video where you're eating chicken, fried chicken. So like, you've been accused of racism before. So I would think you'd want to stay the hell away from that, or anybody even remotely bring it into your chat. But here's Whitey Lover saying the term monkeys, and you're not shutting it down, and you're actually doubling down for that person. It's a bad look. It's real bad. You know, I agree. I'm proud of her chat for fighting back. Like, somebody needed to say something, and a lot of people were offended. I think that's great. But we all know that she's a racist person. We saw her doing the Nazi salute when she was with Natter. I've shown that here on my channel. But she's not racist, y'all. Not at all.
It's not praise. I always see you guys like unprovoked sometimes just gang up on YouTube lover. I'm not saying you guys are not innocent either. Obviously, we don't condone fucking racism and Islamophobia, but honestly, people throw that around way too easy these days. I don't like fucking babysitting in my chat, being a mediator for grown adults. If you don't like somebody,
you know what, Chantal? You're a content creator. And if you were doing your chats the right way, you wouldn't have to babysit. See, again, your vibe attracts your tribe. If you set the right vibe, you won't have to play babysitter. You're playing babysitter because you get on camera, stoned, high, half the time you're not paying attention, and things just go sideways. And you don't have strong mods to back you up. They'll let that bullshit behavior continue. So it's your fault, bitch. It is your fault that you decide you want to have a chat, and you're coming on camera and you are not sober, ready to work. You come on camera and you're just halfway paying attention. Your head is halfway in the clouds. And the mods run the zoo, and they're not running it very well. How is it that I'm a content creator and you have, what, 200 people in your chat? And sometimes I have 200 people over here, and I can run my chat just fine. And I'm live streaming, and I can mod at the same damn time. Not that there's anything wrong with my mods, because they're on it too. But how is it we can have almost the same size chat and things don't go sideways over here like that, but yet with you it constantly happens? Your vibe attracts your tribe. Your vibe must be really wrong because of all the things that keep happening in your chat. Like, maybe that should teach you a lesson to be on it. You see some wrong shit in your chat, shut it down. You're the content creator. You're the captain of the ship. Shut it the fuck down. Immediately. Say, hey, none of that in here. People will listen. Nope, you don't shut it down. You just get high and like, whatever is whatever.
I don't even want to be here today. Fuck. See? Like, you guys are making my regular positive people not even want to be here. It needs to stop. I'm not entertaining this shit anymore, so you guys figure it the fuck out. Stop ganging up all the time. Like, people gang up on YouTube lover. I don't care what anyone says. It's the truth. I've seen it with my own eyes. So be done then, werewolf. Be done. He said he didn't call black people monkeys. Therefore, it's not fucking racist. He's not able to know everyone's race in chat. You guys gang up on him too. Call him white lover all the time, unprovoked. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Everyone needs to grow up and just fucking get along in my chat. I'm ignoring any drama. If you don't like YouTube lover, block him. That's all you have to do. You're not going to bully me and manipulate me into blocking a longtime supporter when I...
Hold on. Shut up, Chantal. Nobody wants to hear what's coming out of your pie hole. Thank you, Stone. The only reason she would defend Whitey Lover is he's a feeder behind the scenes, possibly. I mean, that could be the reason why she's doubling down with that person. Like, she will defend somebody 10 toes down if there's a reason for it. So what's the reason, Foodie? Is he one of your clients? Has he given you a lot of money? Does he give you a lot of money? Is that why you're defending him so hard? Is that why you won't get rid of certain people? Because either they're giving you money or they know a lot of secrets about you. You can't get rid of them or also start talking on your ass. I know, Suzanne. I totally get it. I mean, I will confess to everybody here, I've got a bit of Foodie fatigue. I can't do an entire live stream anymore with her because I just can't, y'all. I can't do with the shit talk. I can't do with the food and the stuffing her. I just can't. Big ups and big props to all of the reaction channels that go live and cover her. Holy shit. How do you do it? How do your brains not turn into baby food listening to this bitch every day? Just slurring her words and being high and it's so brain killing. I cannot. That's why I choose to do the recaps and like the Twitter peeps. I have to mix stuff in. If I listen to Foodie, I would start to mentally drift away and like I'm not even here right now. Like my brain is shutting off. I with the screeching and I feel bad for the cat. It's just so many things. So many things.
Never saw them call black people monkeys. It's not gonna fucking happen. People were coming at his dead father all night last night. The vibe was ruined because y'all can't get along. Like, you can't just fucking get along. It's clear that you guys just want YouTube Lover gone, and it's just like just block him yourself. Nah, I'm not manipulated into doing something, Rude Bunny.
Oh, what's this? Canceling your subs might make her pay attention. It sure would. That's the hilarious part about Foodie being online. She tries to put out the vibe of, I have the power. I have the control. Do you? Do you really? Do you have control, Chantal? I don't think you do. I think you rely 100,000,000% on your subs and the people that give you money. You rely on them so much that if one person, Nina, walks away, you lose your shit. But if you did cancel your subs, maybe that might make her pay attention. Maybe then she might get off her butt and do some quality content. See, I think the people that are on Foodie's side, they've been doing it all wrong. If they want her to do entertaining content, stop rewarding bad behavior. Stop giving her money for no behavior. See, the way Foodie does things is she accepts the money and she says, I'll do this and I'll do that. People give her money expecting her to follow through. She never follows through. Once you give her the money, she's like, I'll do it later. But if she were in a position where people have said, you know what? We've given you enough money. We gave you money all the way back in Kuwait. You stayed at that nice hotel. We gave you money before that. When you came back and you said you were going to stay and you didn't stay, we gave you money to help you out with your new place. You didn't stay. Then when you came back to Canada, we gave you $10,000 to get started. That's one hell of a gift, y'all. There's a lot of people that have situations in life. They have to start over. They have to move. And nobody turns around and says, here's $10,000 to make the transition easier. That is one hell of a gift. That is one hell of a get started gift. And she promised, I'm going to do great content for you guys. I'm going to go out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So, Beezers, did you get your money's worth? Did you get $10,000 of quality content? I would say no. That's just my opinion, though. And they've continued to give her money. So she gets the money, and then she doesn't do anything except spend it. So maybe if people canceled their subs, it might make her pay attention, because on Kick, doesn't she get paid for views? I believe that's how it works. She gets paid for views. Like the number of people in chat, that determines how much she gets paid per hour. So maybe if people did cancel their subs, it might make her pay attention. Maybe it might get her off her butt to doing quality content. She'd have to work harder. She couldn't be on that couch as much. She would have to get up and go versus lay down and just stay there. So if you guys over there, if you want quality content, stop rewarding her first and then expecting the work later. Reverse that. Make her work first, then reward her. You know, you got to fix that work ethic of hers, because she has none. You got to let her know, hey, you want the reward first, you got to give us something before we give you something, because we did it the other way before and you're not trustworthy. We can't trust you on your word. Your word is worth nothing. So you got to build up the trust with us again. We're not going to rely on you just promising things.
I'm not manipulated into doing something rude, Bunny. I think I'll get off too, guys. Thanks for being today, guys. It was very fun. See you.
Apparently her name is Joan. Joan posted a comment under Chantal's video, and she says, "There's nothing that says beauty with you anymore. I know for a fact that your man is laughing at you behind your back. We really had a laugh at this house. We don't use oil or butter. Don't be jealous, Foodie, but your so-called husband is another woman's man, lol." And Foodie says, she posted this on my community post, by the way, for those who are just listening, "There's nothing that says beauty with you anymore. Have a look in at Joan," or Joanne. No, it's Joan, because Joanne would have a knee. Sorry, guys. My Spanish accent is coming out more often lately. I don't know why, but it is, so bear with me, please. She says, "And I suppose you think my husband would what? Prefer a woman with your warm, inviting, youthful gaze? Pfft, LMAO clown emoji."
Oh, I see what Foodie was trying to do here. She was trying to age shame this woman. I don't know how old Joan is, but clearly there's a bit of age shaming going on here. Your warm, inviting, youthful gaze. Foodie, have you looked in the mirror? Have you forgotten about the fact that you're 42 years old? You're not exactly in your 20s. You're a 40-something-year-old woman. Like, I have no idea how old Joan is. I don't care if she's in her 30s or her 40s or her 50s, but I don't see anything wrong with Joan. I see nothing at all wrong with this woman. But there is Chantal age shaming. Of course she is. She's looking for any way to be nasty to this woman. You know, somebody left a comment for Foodie. It wasn't all the way nice, but rather than read the comment and leave it alone, she's going to make an entire community post about that, which tells me what this woman Joan said triggered the fuck out of her. Especially that last part, like your husband is with another woman. Is there some truth to that, Foodie? That he's with somebody else? I bet he is. I mean, how long has it been since you've been to the Middle East? It's been months, right? How long have you two been apart? What, 6 to 8 months? I mean, you know Salah, come on. Does he strike you as the kind of man to be left alone for long? The entire time that you were physically near him, didn't you always catch him with pictures of other women on his phone? What about the Red Room picture? What about the picture on his phone of the big boobed woman who was bending over and like showing her butt? What about the weird incident in Thailand of the corn on the TV? that was never explained. You turn your head, he's looking at somebody else, and it's not you. What about the whole incident with Kai Bella? It seems like if he's got urges, he don't want you, he wants somebody else. So did that comment trigger you? Knowing that he's with somebody else and he's not with you? Knowing that you will never see that man again? You'll never see him again. It's over. And we've all been waiting for you to say it's over. But I think the only reason why you keep talking about Salah is because that's a cover for Natter. That's who you're seeing. That's who you're talking to. That's who you're buying the sexy groceries for. But the reason why you won't bring up Natter is because you might have feeders behind the scene that don't want to see him, don't want to hear about him, don't want to know about him. And if you say outright, I'm seeing Natter, they'll take off. Tell me I'm wrong. Not only that, but you've been going with this victim narrative and you can't change it now. Thank you for the super chat, Planet. I wonder what a Chantal Rage offline looks like. Who does she yell at? Do you think that she yells out loud when she's angry and alone? I think there's on-camera Chantal and there's off-camera Chantal. I think she spends a lot of time crying and being alone and all that stuff. And yet, she could fix it. She could fix some of her problems if she reaches out for help. If she wants help, she's just not interested. You know, it's like you can't complain about your misery if you're not willing to fix your misery, whatever the misery is. If you're in a place where there's help all around you of every kind, and you're not reaching out for the help, essentially what you're saying is whatever the misery is, whatever the discomfort and the pain is, I'm okay with it because I'm not willing to change it. I'm just going to sit with it and I'm going to wallow in it and I'm not going to do what I need to do to fix it. And she knows what she needs to do. She just doesn't want to do it. So she is a person, she has the right to not fix it. It's her life, it's her body, it's her soul. If she wants to be in pain, that is her choice. But if you are choosing by choice to be in pain, then don't bitch. It's what you wanted. It's completely what you wanted. This pain is not by somebody else's choice. It's by your own. So since you're choosing it, don't cry to people. Don't make a big deal of it. Just shut your mouth.
All right.
The waiter, you guys saw what he looked like?
Oh, there we go. There we go. So she went to the movies. What I say earlier. Isn't it funny how when she goes to the movies, she comes back and she's, you know, like rubbing at the nose and the nose huffing. And we've seen Rufus the Bull. Rufus the Bull doesn't snort this much. Always after she goes to the movies. What movies are you going to that I should know about? Huh? What movie is this? I mean, whatever the movie is, you must be allergic to it. You must have some sort of movie allergy because like your nose gets all stuffed up and girl, stop seeing that movie. It's a bad movie. It's got side effects. Quit it.
That wasn't my waiter. I had two of them, by the way. There was one guy at first, and then there was another guy that came out after.
Look. Good God.
Fried chicken. Sorry.
Look.
Yeah. It was better than Obsession. Hey, Glover.
Jeez, all that nose picking. What movie is this? I wouldn't know the name of this movie that she went to. Is movie a code name for, you know, rug pickup or seeing Natter? Like, she goes to movies a lot. Yeah, spring cleaning. Like she's spring cleaning right now with her finger. Lots of spring cleaning.
Nose picker. We're all nose pickers. Don't pretend like you never pick your nose. The movie was incredibly good. Fupa doesn't do well in Spanx unless it has its own compartment. Oh my god, I think I'm burning out. Like, I have to catch up on my personal life, my housework. I gotta do groceries. I gotta make a doctor's appointment. I gotta go to the doctor's appointment. I gotta live stream. I gotta do content. No, onomatopoeia. I'm so like, I want to barf. I'm so over quirky, loverly Rosie and this stupid friggin' thing about Pearadise and.
Again. I'm so over this thing with Quirky Love Rosie and this documentary. What does that have to do with you? You're not part of that conversation, but you're trying to insert yourself as always. As always, this is so Chantal coded. Why aren't they talking about me? Me! Somebody talk about me! This is so jealous schoolgirl coded. They're not talking about me. So since they're not talking about me, I'm going to get mad because they're not talking about me. Well, you know what, Foodie? Find a way for people to talk about you. Do some interesting content. Start spilling the tea. Then maybe people might talk about you. If you're not willing to do anything, then no one has a reason to talk about you. You know, this is easy. This is so simple. She's got stuff to talk about, y'all. She does. But the way that she could make money is by telling the truth. If she started spilling the truth about the things she does, how she does it, what money she gets paid, the feederism, how many requests she gets per week, what they ask her to do, that's content. That's interesting. That's the crazy thing about her life, is that all the interesting shit that she could talk about, that she could make money off of, she hides it. And then she comes on camera with this boring bullshit. And she wonders why people aren't buying anymore. Thank you, Real Melvis, for this super chat. I believe that Stefan Dude is one of her beezers. He's loaded and he's not a nice guy at all. Thanks for the stream, Rose. You're welcome. Look, I don't know if he's one of her beezers. Would it surprise me? No. I really don't. And I don't know if there's people in the background that we don't know about versus the ones that we do. I'm sure she's got people funding her lifestyle. That's obvious because she's not doing interesting content online and making the kind of money that she needs to cover all her expenses. Because if you tally it all up, $2,200 for rent, right? Okay. Then another $4,000 or $5,000 for food. So let's just say on the low side, $4,000 plus $2,200. That's $6,200 just right there. And then you got to add in the snacks. You got to add in her going to the dispensary store pretty much every day. How much money is that? Like $7,000, $8,000 a month? Where is this money coming from? Clearly, it's not coming from social media. It's got to be coming from somewhere and from somebody. It's a shit ton of money. Where is this money coming from? Party favors. So it takes a lot of money to suffice all of her needs. Kick, YouTube, and Twitch ain't doing it. There's no way. No way. It's the offline stuff that's paying her bills. And it's not from salad either. So, like, again, Foodie, you going in on Rosie. You're not a part of this conversation. You are desperate to become a part of this conversation. And I predict in the coming days, she's going to get more and more mouthy about Quirky Love Rosie, because this one right here, she's been trying to go viral for years. She's tried everything, copying trends, copying other people's personalities, and none of it has worked. Copying other people, borrowing off of other people's personalities and content, when the answer to her question is right there in front of her. Just be yourself. Stop trying to be other people, you lazy bitch. Get off your ass and just be yourself. People like authenticity. Be you and nobody but you. Just be you. Be the train wreck that we know that you are. Do your thing. Do you. I've been doing retro reacts to you, Chantal, and you like to tell your beezers. Back in the day, I was so depressed. But we've all been watching the retro reacts, haven't we? She was happier back in the day. She laughed more. She laughed at herself. She laughed about life. She doesn't laugh anymore. Why? And it's because back in the day, she was entirely herself. She was free to be herself. And now she is somebody that she isn't. Putting on the abaya, putting on the hijab was a mistake. It's not who you are, Chantal. You are not a Muslim woman. That's not in your heart. And you know it. You're wearing the abaya and you're wearing the hijab for fetish purposes only. And also as a way to be pious, but it's not working. Okay? But that abaya and that hijab is for the fetish freaks that want to see a Muslim woman, allegedly, doing haram acts. That's why you wear it, because they require it. Has nothing to do with believing in anything except one thing, money. You believe in money. So you'll wear whatever it is you got to wear to make that money. Tell me I'm wrong, bitch. Tell me I'm wrong. You know I'm right. It's for the fetish idiots that you cater to. Because if not, why not take it off? Why not take it off and just do you? Do you all day. You'll feel free. You'll feel unconfined. You are yourself. Ta-da! Foodie Booty's back. She's back. Bring her back. This fake bullshit ain't selling no more. We're bored with it. You're bored with it. Time to discard the fake bullshit.
All this Peeradise fucking drama. I see the Peeradise drama all over TikTok. It's just like, I don't care. I don't care about anything anymore. Who the hell is Joan on your... Some friggin' miserable, stuck-up, friggin' stuffy-looking woman. Her comment sounds insane. I was just like... It literally sounds like somebody insane. Like, insane. Drag Joan, that stuffy bee. Well, I'm serious. She's like this... Like, she's just a resting bitch face. Like, it's always these friggin' women who look like the Scarecrow from...
Hold on. I hope you meant that as a joke. I know you probably meant that as a joke, but depends on the fetish coin. Like, the feeder fetish, it's not worth it. I've been approached by people that wanted me to get fat. Guys have approached me and said, hey, I'll pay you to get fat. I want you to have a big belly. And you know what I said? Nope. No, thank you. They're like, I like your hips. I like your ass. You got those baby birthing hips. I want you to get fat for me. I said, nope. My health is more important. I ain't doing it. They offered up big money too. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Thank you. Nah, I'm not destroying my health for some money. Like, there's other ways to make money and keep my health. You can keep it moving. Bye-bye.
Fucking Wizard of Oz with depression, fucking making these comments about me and my husband. It's always the fucking same. Well, we know for a fact that your husband is cheating on you. And what do you think? He's enamored with you? Who the hell do you think you are? I think I'm very more warm and inviting looking than you. The hell? It's the audacity to think, like, to even write that comment when you look like that. You're telling a woman who's prettier than you that their husband doesn't want them. I don't understand that.
What do you mean you're prettier than Joan? How do you figure? You know what? Take the filters off, all of them. Take off the abaya, take off the hijab, and just put on like a regular pair of pants and a t-shirt. Come on camera absolutely raw. No makeup, no filters, no nothing. I'm sitting here on camera. I don't even have any makeup on. I just got out of the shower and I washed my hair and all that stuff. And this is me in the raw, Foodie. Okay? This is me. No filters, no nothing. Just, I got my little tie-dye shirt on and a pair of pants. This is raw. This is me. And I'm older than you. Let's see you come on camera raw, natural, yourself, without hiding behind anything like filters. Let's see you do it. I don't think you will. I don't think you'll go that far because you are not comfortable in your own skin. And this may seem odd, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I can't speak for men, but something unique happens to women through their life. And let's see if the ladies in the audience can agree with me. When you're a child, you are completely comfortable in your own skin. Like you're just being a child and you're playing and you don't care how you look. You're just enjoying life because you're new to life. And then as you get towards being a teenager, you start feeling like I need this and I need that. And you're like gathering things to you to make yourself more comfortable. Thank you, Planet. No Foodie, you make no sense. A second woman telling you that your husband doesn't love you doesn't exist. The second woman is always telling you that your husband loves you and nothing is happening. Duh, exactly. But when we get to be like, say, 15, 16, you're like, oh, I want to be sexy and I want to be beautiful. And you're like, I have to dress this way and I got to put on makeup. And it continues until I would say your late 20s. And then when you get to be in your 30s, that's when you start coming back to yourself. And you start to get comfortable in your own skin by your late 30s, your early 30s, late 20s. By that time, you're getting more solidified with, I know who I am now. I know what I want. I know what makes me happy. You are getting more of a sense of self. And then when you get to be your 40s, you're very comfortable in your own skin. Have y'all met a 40-year-old woman? Like a real one? Not that like a crazy bitch like right here. But 40-year-olds, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We know who we are. We know what we want. We know what makes us happy. And we don't care what other people think. We just don't give a shit. We're concerned about our happiness. We don't care about public opinion. We don't care. We're going to do us. Life is too short to worry about what everybody else is thinking and what everybody else wants for us. We are comfortable with ourselves. We're going to live our life the way we want to. What the public wants, be damned. And we want to wear some dark red lipstick and nothing else, that's exactly what the fuck we're going to do. We want to wear a tacky dress out, we're going to do that because it makes us happy. This one is in her 40s and she's not comfortable with herself. That's sad to me that she's reached that age where she should know what she wants, knows who she is, have her own sense of self and identity, and she still hasn't found it yet. And she's still adapting other people's personalities, pretending to be somebody she isn't because she's trying to put on other people's personalities like other people put on suits. Oh, I don't like this suit. I don't like my suit. I'm going to put on somebody else's suit and see if it fits. The last 3 or 4 suits you put on did not fit you. They are not you. So maybe the answer is be yourself. Be comfortable in your own skin. Be dedicated and committed to who you are, what makes you happy, and stop pretending to be someone that you're not. And then you feel more confident, and then you feel more happy. But as long as you're being somebody else, you'll never find that happiness ever. Because you know you're being a fake and a phony. Stop being a fake and a phony. Stop going on TikTok looking for a personality. Look inside yourself and say, who am I? Who am I really? What do I want? What makes me happy? And dedicate yourself to that. Because any work you do to find that out will not be work wasted. Ever.
But whatever. But that's what those kind of haters, they all look like that. They all do. Weird fucking ass looking with weird, I don't know. But that's the thing. People like that, they get so mad, like, whenever, like, they see, you know, a fat woman with, like, a handsomer, I love her at all. You know, they think just because they're thin, they're better than everyone else. Like, shove it up your ass. How is Joan? I can't believe how she's spending her golden years. Yeah.
You know what, Chantal? Let's be real. You're a fat hater. You are. You're a fat hater. You're a person of a bigger size, and you do not like people of a bigger size. You shame people for their weight, number one. And number two, if you had a man approach you that really did care about you, that was even slightly overweight, you would say no just based on his weight. So that makes you a fat hater. You are super, super morbidly obese. But if a man approached you and said, you know what, Chantal, I love you. I want to be with you. You would turn that person down. You would. And I'm going to go further. Bitch, I think that as awful as you are right now, that if you are of a smaller size, you be that person that you will complain about people of a bigger size. You be that bitch that you would get on a plane or a train and complain if a person who is super morbidly obese sat next to you. Like, oh my God, they're so big. You be that one. That despite the fact that you have had the experience of being super morbidly obese, you would hate on people who were slightly big. You know you would. That if you got smaller, it would go to your head. You would be 10 times worse than what you are now. You wouldn't be sympathetic or compassionate to people of a bigger size. You would hate on them. You would.
Well, she might even be my age. Hate like that, at hating people, it like destroys your soul and it makes you look ugly on the outside. Get an aquarium? No. I need something else to clean. Everyone is laughing at you. You're a joke. Take a big shit and shut up. Do you think your husband finds it hot that you cropped yourself on the scooter? Of course not. What the hell? We're married. Who cares? People shit. Everyone poos. It was just a little bit.
And that was another reason why I couldn't watch her stream last night. Every time I tuned in, I would like watch a minute and then leave and come back, and she's either talking about food or she's talking about shit. Poo, 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 poo. Every word. She is obsessed with it. Talking about her bowel movements and talking about, like, I shit my pants and this happened to me when I was young. And Chantal, you got this weird fetish for poo. You've had it for years. And I know you've got like poo fetish guys in the audience, and maybe they like hearing about stuff like this, but it's so nasty. It's just fucking nasty. And I also heard that you took a shit on stream. People heard you straining in the bathroom. Why? Did you get paid for that? I think you got paid for that. Like, nobody needs to see that. If that's fetish content, girl, you're doing it all the way wrong. You should put that kind of content somewhere and make big money off of it if you're going to do it. You are robbing yourself of money, putting it on social media for basically pennies. Are you stupid? Stupid. You're doing fetish content. Even Hungry Fat Chick told you that. Didn't she say that once? Like, you're doing all this stuff for free and you're giving it away for free and you can make money off of it. I think Candy did tell you that. Because you want to take the easy path versus the harder path. You can get paid for this stuff.
Everyone shits. Not everyone shits their pants, but a lot of people do. I bet you statistically, some people shit even a little bit in their pants at least once in their life. My husband shit his pants today. Did he, Millie? Oh no, are you going to divorce him? Like fucking these tree ladies fucking think? You think it's what your husband thinks he... Oh, sorry. Sorry for having fucking bowel issues. We're born shitting our pants. We die shitting our pants. And a little bit in between. Most of the time I had accidents, I was sick. Thailand, I was really sick. And you know what? People
No, I'm not letting you get away with that. Why were you having accidents in Thailand? You were making yourself sick. You did that to yourself. You were stuffing yourself stupid over in Thailand. Like this is what happens when you leave Chantal alone. She goes wild with the food and she makes herself sick. And then she turns around to whoever her partner is and says, look what you made me do. It's your fault. You weren't here watching me. You weren't here stopping me. Look what you made me do. She'll turn it around and say, it's somebody else's fault. Oh, it's your fault that I stuck myself stupid. Even though I'm an adult and I'm not a child and I can stop myself from being sick, I know better. I'm going to make it someone else's fault. And it can't possibly be mine. It's not her fault, but it is your fault because you're an adult and you should know when to put the fucking fork down and not eat all that junk food.
I don't care if people make fun of me for it. I wouldn't say it live if I did, but it's not my fault. Like, I literally don't control my bowels. Like, you know, it just happened. Like, I have no gallbladder. There's nothing worse than that feeling like you have to crap. Ugh. And then there's nothing like the relief afterwards. Like, how is it illegal to shit in the bush? Like, animals are allowed, but we're not. Like, it's natural. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired as hell. I'll be back beezing tomorrow, inshallah.
Yeah, great. You'll be back beezing tomorrow. More boring content. Yay. We're all looking forward to it.
Just wanted to tell you the movie was really good. Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye. Goodbye. See you later. Come back with some more shit talk. We're all looking forward to it. So that was what happened yesterday. Now we're going to move on to the Twitter peeps. Okay, so y'all ready? Ready to get into the Twitter peeps and all the tidbits and whatnot in the opinions of girl world? So I'm ready to give them to you. It's time for the Twitter peeps. Okay, so it's time for the Twitter peeps. Let's get to it. Oh, hold on. I'm stupid. I thought I switched over. My bad. That was completely my bad right there, but I can fix it. No, and I don't. Stop touching things, Rose. Damn it. Okay, so for those of you that are on Twitter that you'd like to follow me there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you that you're not on Twitter, that is why I do the peeps, because some of you are not on Twitter and you want to find out what's going on, and I'm here to help. So, first tweet. Silly stuff. Interesting things. Green vine snakes rarely attack. They just stare at you as you have disappointed them. Don't show yours. I don't even know where yours is. Thank you, Nancy Jennings, for the super sticker. Chantal is given a choice: 10 grand for fast food for a year, or living with Salah on a meager budget in the Middle East for a year. Choice 1 or 2. She'll go straight for the food. She will. Choice 1. She'll go straight for that food you post in the messenger. I'm not looking at it. Like that look. That's not even a bombastic side eye. That is just straight out bombastic front view. That's when you like, I'm so disappointed. The audacity of you. That's what that look says to me. The audacity. How dare you? If that snake looked at me that way, I'd be like, I got to go clean my house now, even though it's already clean. I'll go clean it again. I'm going to go do my laundry. I'm going to go sweep my porch. Why are you judging me? What? Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at, what did I do? I feel judged. I must have fucked up somewhere. That's funny. I just thought I'd show that to y'all. That's funny as hell. All right. Annie Hall says, and how many times has Foodie Beauty hooked up with married men and bragged about it? Look, I'm no saint myself, but you can't be against it when you've done it. Sassy Cat says, Foodie Beauty addresses the other woman. Let's watch.
Like, it's always these friggin' women who look like the Scarecrow from fucking Wizard of Oz with depression fucking making these comments about me and my husband. It's always the fucking same. Well, we know for a fact that your husband is cheating on you. And what do you think? He's enamored with you? Who the hell do you think you are? I think I'm very more warm and inviting looking than you. The hell?
No, you don't. Even if somebody leaves you a comment, you do have the option to just delete it or don't address it, but you brought attention to it because you're looking for someone to rage at. That's basically what it boils down to, chat. She's angry and she's looking for anything to turn into drama. She wants attention. And Chantal is a coward. She's not going to start the drama herself. She waits for someone to start it for her. Like, I'm waiting for someone to take the first shot. I don't want to be the one to start the fire, but if somebody starts one, I'll toss the firewood. I'll throw a little gasoline on it, but somebody's got to start it first. She used to like starting fires. She was a little pyromaniac. I'm going to get online and I'm going to be dramatic and I'll start shit. But she's a coward these days. I'm waiting for someone to say something so I can say something. Okay. I'm sure the lady in question you're talking about doesn't care what you have to say about her looks. I mean, look at you. Seriously, look at you. But all right. Oh. Ashley says, if I had to see it, y'all have to see it. I don't make the rules. So this picture's been making the rounds. Tat Von B says, so guys, Lady Gemini captured this today. What does it look like? So there's been some debate about what that is. People were saying that it was a personal massager, but upon closer inspection, it looks like a bottle of Febreze. Honestly, I can't really tell by the angle. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't want to think about Foodie having a personal massager. I don't want that thought in my head for the rest of the day and ruin my day. But I don't want that thought in my head. Y'all can't force me to think that way. I refuse. Y'all can't do that to me. Twitter. Don't make me think about Foodie and a personal massager. What's wrong with y'all? Rude. Stop it. Y'all nasty. You're nasty, Twitter. You're nasty. Y'all ain't right. You're nasty. All right. Kitty Cat Empire says, who is that beautiful friend? Aw. Look at this big little floof. Little floof loves themselves. Some cats freak out when they see a mirror. They think it's another cat. I got to go after it. But this little floof's like, you look friend-sized. I think I like you. Can we play? It's a kitty. A beautiful kitty. A little baby. Oh, not the Burning Man. Moonbeam McSwine. Point of view, you found a tent mate for Burning Man on Facebook Marketplace. Not Burning Man. Y'all ain't right for this. Talking about Burning Man and Foodie's feet. No way. Actually, if we're going to get technical, Burning Man isn't cheap. I heard it costs money to go to Burning Man. I don't think Foodie would ever go. That Burning Man is an experience, but it ain't cheap. So I don't think she would ever go to Burning Man, but those feet are, there's something. Nero Spicy Life says, imagine being this delighted and happy over a documentary that involves real victims, especially when someone from that community recently passed away. If you're wondering why people say Rosie is dangerous, it's because of stuff like this. She's an absolute psycho. So I guess Rosie had some thoughts about the documentary. Let's watch.
You'll be loved here, worshipped like a goddess, but they don't tell you the price that you pay.
What a way to wake up. June 10th, HBO Max. Check.
Oh boy. Well, we're going to see what we're going to see. I don't know what's going to be in the documentary. We've got like a minute and 30 seconds. But if there were people that were in that house that passed away, I wouldn't be this happy. You know, it sounds very tragic. Very tragic story. Really sad that happened. Really sad. Big Bertha Jean says, Chantal, you jealous you're not as well known except in the lolcow community? I know you read all about yourself. So here she is chomping at the bit, mad about Rosie. Netta Robinson says, you can tell she's big mad with zero pauses between bites. Just chomp, chomp, mindlessly eating away. Yep. This is the cope eating. She is cope eating. You can always tell by the speed in which she's eating, like just shoving it in, shoving it in, shoving it in. Go ahead, Foodie.
He held me against my will here and forced me to eat. What do you mean escaping? Nobody forces those women to go there.
And how would you know that? Are you living in the house? Were you living there? How do you know what goes on behind the scenes? You confessed earlier that you watched the streams, but watching a stream isn't the same as living in the content house. So you don't know exactly what happened, what was said, by who. So you cannot say that for fact.
She's screaming in the trailer. Ugh. Seriously. Perpetual victim.
Or is it, Chantal, that you're worried? Are you worried? Because with that documentary being shown, that more and more people are going to be made aware that the feeder fetish is dangerous. And then there's your content. And clearly you're catering to the feeders. Are you worried like what it will do to your channel? How it might affect social media, that it might be a ripple effect, that it starts out with a channel showing that documentary in a series, which leads to perhaps YouTube being scared about what might happen to their platform, which might lead to maybe Kick doing something. And you depend on social media for your income. So if there's extra scrutiny because of public attention, you might have to change your content. You might have to change how you do things, and you can't make the money that you make on social media. Is maybe you're worried about that, and that worry is coming out in the form of anger. I think so. Because YouTube, they made quite a bit of money off the mukbang stuff, but they recently got in trouble in that lawsuit, and Miss Cooney was mentioned, and that's what made them change their policies. And that's why you initially got in trouble. So if there's public scrutiny and there's public outcry, big companies like YouTube or maybe even Kick, they bow to public pressure. which means they might change their policies again, which means you may not do the Feedie content or post your PayPal link, and you're worried about that. I think you're honestly worried. You're worried and you're angry. You want the Feedie fetish to stay underground, to continue to make money off of it. But here's the thing. The Feedie community, they're not staying underground. They're on YouTube. And they're being very obvious that they're on YouTube. I wish they would go back underground. That's where they belong to be. It's an adult fetish. It does not need to be on any social media platform where anybody of any age can watch that shit. Those that are feedies, they can do what they need to do on a adults only platform, and I will have nothing to say. But once the boundary has been crossed to where people are doing things of an adult nature on regular social media where anybody can watch it, I got a fucking problem with that. I got a big problem. And I'm saying that as someone in the adult community. And I do adult content. There's a line, and that line should be respected. You keep things that are adult only where only adults can see it. And regular social media, you're mindful of your content, what you put in front of people, what they witness, what they see, what they hear, what they experience. And Chantal, you've been crossing the line. You've been crossing the line for years, and now you're scared. You're big scared. You should be, bitch. Tell your feedies to meet you somewhere else and do your stuff somewhere else, and I will not yell and scream at you. But the moment you get on social media and you're trying to sneak stuff past people, I'm right here, bitch. I'll clock you on all of it. Call you out for it because it needs to be called out. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, Foodie Beauty, I cannot fathom talking to my paying members and supporters like this and expect them to return day after day. Chantal Sorrell is a racist, homophobic bigot who is abusive to her viewers, supporters, her family, her fake husband, Pete's and her cat, and Kick allows it. Well, they allow it, and if something happens, it's on them. But let's watch.
Ganging up on them and just fucking leave. Who are you calling monkeys? What are they talking about? I feel like a lot of you people like gang up on YouTube Lover and y'all don't like them and you like try to accuse them of being racist even before that. Acting like monkey, unless it's directed directly at a black person, doesn't mean it's racist. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, all of you ganging up, just fucking leave then. Y'all are started shit. Just fucking leave then if you're mad.
You know, when somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. And anymore, she's getting sloppy. She's not even bothering to hide who she really is. She's getting sloppy, keeping that mask on. When somebody shows you in moments like this who they are, believe them and act on it. Don't stick around and expect that person to change. Because it won't happen. They'll be hateful. And then they'll love bomb you and say, I was sorry. I didn't mean to say that. And then it'll happen again. And then they'll apologize again. And they'll love bomb you again. And then it'll happen again. Believe them the first time and then make a fucking decision. If somebody shows you that they're hateful, that they're racist, that they're homophobic, believe that shit. Believe it. They're not going to change. Don't wait for them to change. Change yourself. Make a decision based on that. Doc Remy LeBeau says, wow, just really compelling content. She's carrying on about Joan from her community post. I think she might be a little burnt. Oh, you think? Just a little bit? Let's watch.
My husband shit his pants today. Did he, Melly? Oh no, are you going to divorce him? Like fucking these tree ladies fucking think? You think it's hot your husband thinks he... Oh, sorry. Sorry for having fucking bowel issues.
You know what? I've been watching Chantal for years. I don't know exactly when the whole tree lady thing started. I don't know if that's a code word for something. What does she mean by tree lady? I've heard that term for years. I'm like, is that a code word for something? Is that what she calls older women? Instead of saying older women, she's more insulting and she says tree lady. Like, what do you mean by tree lady? Is that a code word for something? Is that like a group of people that she's talking about? What is this tree lady shit? I don't know. It sounds weird.
Most people have been there once in their life, yeah.
So more poo talk, yay. Oh, this is so cute. From the best. They put a German Shepherd in charge of Doberman puppies, and the dog couldn't understand why they're behaving so badly. This poor German Shepherd is just getting bombarded with these Dobie puppies. Look at her, so cute. Look at them. That's happiness right there. And there's no problem here. The German Shepherd is having fun playing with the puppies. The puppies are like, we're going to get you. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. Resistance is futile. Join us. We have cookies over here. They're all playing together. Look at the puppies. They're like, come back. Come back. We want to play with you. You look like you're fun. Come here. That is a yard full of fun. That's what happiness looks like right there. And if the German Shepherd had a problem with the puppies, he would put them in their place. Like dogs have a hierarchy. They know how to let each other know, hey, respect my space. But the German Shepherd went on the ground, belly up, submissive position to let the puppies know, I'm harmless and I will not hurt you. So they're just having fun. They're okay. Halloweenies Fugitive Bazoosi says, drinking gravy, you, straight from the container. And this is why you will never get married. Acting feral in public like this will ensure you never get married. Because once it hits the internet, it's there forever. Like, just why? This is unacceptable. Doing this in a restaurant. And notice her eyes. She's looking around to see, does anybody see me doing this? Look at her eyes. She's nervous. She goes, is somebody going to get on me for doing this? Look at her. She knows what she's doing is wrong. Because if you were completely okay with what you're doing, you wouldn't be looking around like, does anybody see me? Are they going to say something? She knows that she's acting embarrassing in public. She knows. She's not without her awareness. She just doesn't care. She's getting paid. All right, let's see. Oh, we already saw that. And we heard about this comment, Sandy Shores. And remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. And that's the vibe that she set in her chat, that people can come in and not only say things like that, but they're very comfortable saying things like that. She set the vibe. You can come in there and say racist things, and it's okay. That person won't get banned. They won't get blocked. She won't even seriously reprimand them. She's going to double down, 10 toes down, and say, I'm on this person's side. But why? They're saying something very hateful. So you're siding on the side of hateful? All right. Show us again what you're a hateful person. All right. The best says, well, we have to find the ruler of cats. All right. This is some secret footage here, y'all. There's a secret meeting amongst cats at night. They're summoning Bagagwa. They're forming a circle. We're in trouble. Merv made a phone call. And they're summoning Bagagwa. I don't know what ritual this is, But we should all be careful. I don't trust this at all. Like, I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Merv, what are you doing, Merv? What are you doing? We're not summoning Bagagwa. They are. This is like in the wild footage of them summoning Bagagwa. We should all be careful around cats. Sassy Cat says, step aside, haters. Foodie Beauty is prettier than the women claiming dibs on Scatbot. So let's watch.
It's the audacity to think, like, to even write that comment when you look like that. You're telling a woman who's prettier than you.
What? What? Prettier than her how? Explain. I'm confused. In what way are you prettier than Joan? I mean, not that you have to be prettier than her. This isn't a beauty contest. It's not Miss America. But what are you comparing something to? Like, what are the factors involved? What are we judging against? You? Ma'am, no. You're not more attractive than Joan. You're not. You're absolutely not. Yeah, she does put value in looks. That's all she cares about. When she looks for a man in her life, the guy has to be hot. All of the qualities don't care. It's how they look. And that's another reason why her relationships fail, because she doesn't research the person. She doesn't fall in love with the person. She falls in love with the aesthetic. She falls in love with her eyes, not with her soul. But it's all about the looks. I'm prettier than her. Girl, sit down with your angry bird brows. You hear me? Sit down with your angry bird brows. Prettier than her. Sit all the way down with your angry bird brows. Don't nobody want to hear you. Quit it.
That their husband doesn't want them. I don't understand that. But whatever. It's the audacity to think, like, to even write that comment when you look like that.
Someone that looks like an entire Pokemon that nobody wants to capture with angry bird brows, saying that she's prettier than somebody else. You can't make this up. You really can't make it up. Looking like a rejected Pokemon with angry bird brows.
You're telling a woman who's prettier than you that their husband doesn't want them. I don't understand that. But whatever.
Instead of Pokemon Go, it's Pokemon Go away. You're playing Pokemon Go, you see Foodie in the park, and you're like, I'm going away from that one. I'm not even going to put that in a Pokeball. I'll walk away from that. That NPC can roam around the park all she wants to. I'm not even going to try. Thank you, Leaky Pondu, for the super sticker. She was about to say prettier and richer. Yeah, she was about to. Then she thought about her words. It's Pokemon No. You know, I used to play World of Warcraft for many years, and I just stopped playing because it's a time sink. And in game, like I used to play a hunter. And as a hunter, like back in the day, like even still now, there are different like spirit beasts and creatures that you can catch to make into your pets and also as your companions when you're out hunting, like a spirit tiger or a bear or something like that. And I got a lot of them, and some of them are really tricky. But these creatures would just roam in certain areas, and sometimes you would have to compete to get to tame the creature before somebody else got it or somebody else killed it. Chantal would be like that NPC roaming back and forth, and everybody say, nope. I see it spawned. I just don't want it. Nobody would be camping that spot for her. Oh, this creature spawned in this spot. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It'd be like, just leave that one alone. It's not even worth it. Would not help you in battle. Would not add to your DPS. Would not add to your healing. Wouldn't be a good tank. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Will give you no benefit. Leave it there. There'd be no like area of effect damage. Leave it be. Would add nothing to battle for you. Nothing. Oh, something cute from Beauty of Music and Nature. When this mother cat gave birth, she lost a few kittens from her litter. Nearby, 2 baby squirrels had lost their mother. So apparently the mother cat adopted them. From what I understand, they are a month old now, and they'll be released back into the wild at some point. Oh, look. Sometimes creatures from other species help each other out. So these baby squirrels got a new mama, and they got to nurse and grow up with the kitty. They needed a mother. And this mother cat, you know, she's like, I need to mother these 2 and help them grow up. And these squirrels are growing up around the kittens. How great is that? Absolutely no fear of the cat. They're like, this is mom. We like her milk. She's awesome. And she is awesome. Taking care of babies from another species and helping them grow up so they don't die. Rubber Crazy Troll Band says, and she's being ignorant and racist by telling people of color in her chat they can't be offended by the use of a word that is historically racially charged, not just in America, but parts of Asia and even the Middle East. Foodie Beauty, you're 42 and white. Stop and read a book. She doesn't care if it offends people. Sometimes I think that she's purposely offensive because she wants to get people talking. She thinks that by getting people talking and making people mad, that will lead to more views. Not necessarily. That might lead to more people leaving your chat because you are being offensive and you are being hateful. There is a big difference between doing something for a little bit of drama and just outright showing something hateful and ugly in your chat that people cannot forgive. And with the line with Foodie is blurred. Okay. Let's see. Crochet with Ashme says, I couldn't help myself. Insomnia says, this is not normal eating. Are you aware of that? Foodie says, who defines normal? Crochet with Ashme says, your waistline. Dead. You asked the question, Foodie, and people are happy to explain it to you. You asked for the answer, you got the answer. You just got told. What defines normal? Your waistline. And she didn't have nothing to say after that. Nothing at all. Oops. Don't open the door if you're not ready for what comes through it. And here's Teardrop also going 10 toes down for Whitey Lover. Bad Seed says, Foodie Beauty, Chantal and her people are okay with racism and calling Black people monkeys. So here's Teardrop. This is her mod. Her mod saying this. Why do you love her? Said monkey. Yes. But you're telling me they know all African American. Oh, come on. I have heard that Teardrop is Native American and she's okay with this. This is okay by her. Why would you be okay with this, Teardrop, just because Chantal said it was okay? Of course you're going to back up Chantal. Of course you are. You know, because whatever Chantal says is right, correct? Mike! Hey, Mike. Oh, she is not? Okay, well, I have heard that about Teardrop. I didn't know it was true, but I don't know if that's true, but she lied about being Native. Of course she would. I'm Swedish and Native American, and we don't claim her. Well, I'm part Native, so yeah, I agree. We don't claim her. We don't. Nobody claims Teardrop. None of us claim her. We don't want to claim her. You can stay over there. Queen of Sweden says, you have a small penis. And she stole some olives at the store. What a pathetic piece of crap she is. Let's watch.
And like people comparing me to Vitaly, there's like a huge difference. Vitaly went and did willing, like he knew what he was doing. You know, like he knew what he was doing would be disrespectful. Like you don't go and like, you know, say something sexual to the cops. Like imagine I did that. Like, you know, he stole things out of the store. Like, you know.
And yet you're still being offensive in your chat and backing up somebody who's being extremely offensive and you won't get rid of them. So what does that say about your character? Not very good things. Doc Remy LeBeau says, now she's just pulling up to random buildings and going inside them. She's utterly lost. What was she doing? Was she going into random buildings looking for a place to stream? Is that what happened? So she was just roaming all over the city, like trying to find a building, a business to go into. And the scenery was supposed to be interesting content, not really knowing where she was going. Just like, oh, I got a stream to do. And the longer I stay out, the more money I make as I get paid per views. Is that what's up? She was looking for the nearest fast food joint. Well, she got all kinds of disappointed when she went to that guy thinking he sold ice cream. And he didn't have any for her. She thought she found an ice cream vendor. She didn't. Wah, wah. She did not. Doc Remy LeBeau says, look at that stamina. She'll totally be able to take a vacation soon. Well, if you can do this, Foodie, like I said, you can get up and clean your house. You can get up and take care of your cat. You don't need your mom or your aunt or your sister to clean your house for you. As a matter of fact, I hope your family sees this. And when you make that phone call, hey, can you come clean my house for me? They tell you to go get fucked. I hope they tell you clean your own place. You got enough stamina. If you can walk up and down a set of stairs like that, you can clean your own place. You can take a shower. You can take care of your cat. You don't need our help. You don't need help for any of this. As a matter of fact, you don't even need that scooter. You can walk to the store. You can walk back too. You don't need to be on that scooter. Sit there and say, I can't turn on a faucet. Yes, you can. You just want attention. Doc Remy LeBeau says, Foodie Beauty received some unnamed gifts via PayPal during the stream. So she hustled her big butt to a fancy restaurant, hijab inside out and covered in cat hair. As she scrutinizes the menu, she realizes she has to go take another crap after she just dropped a deuce at the museum. Well, she's pooing her way around Canada. Let's watch.
We'll be right with you.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
No, it's not Inside Out. Oh, it is. Oh, well. Very sweet lady.
Yes.
Thank you.
No worries. Enjoy.
All right. Non-alcoholic beverage.
She's making that poo face. That's her. I got to take a poo face right there. When she does this, that's her poo face. That's like, oh, I feel it coming. I got 5 seconds. That's her poo face. Oh, it's coming. Oh, I got to squeeze the butt cheeks. Yikes. It's about there. It's crowding. You wouldn't have that problem if you didn't stuff yourself to the gills before you leave. You should know your bowel movements by now, Foodie. You should be able to clock them. They're on a timer. Even as someone that I'm not you, I know you just because of your live streams. I know that when you eat, you've got exactly 10 minutes before you get that first urge to go. You can set your watch by it. So you should know that after you eat, you got 10 minutes before your bowels say, eject button. We got to get rid of this. 10 minutes. I mean, y'all go back to her live streams. And when she starts, like, she eats, set a timer. You'll see 10 to 15 minutes, right on schedule. She's got to go. You got 10 minutes before. Do what you got to do because it's coming. It's on the way out. You better be ready. You better be near a bathroom. You'll be in trouble. If I know this about her, she should know this about herself.
I have to use the washroom.
There's that face again. And she thinks it's funny. If I were her, I would honestly be worried her like not able to control her bowels. That's disturbing. That could be diabetic neuropathy because you can get it in that area too. Like she might have nerve damage down there. I'd be going to the doctor and seeing, do I have nerve damage there? Nah, she's not concerned. It's just normal life for Foodie. Oh, a rumble in my bottom. This comment was left. Let's see. Oh, this in other news chat. So interesting development for those of you that watch Glitter and Lasers. Apparently, she has stepped away from her channel. And a lot of her content is missing off her channel. And she did this community post where she says, thank you. I have decided to step away from this account. It wasn't an easy decision, but I know it's the right one. A lot has changed, and I'm not just the same person I was when I started this journey. I've never really enjoyed being well known, and that part of this career has always been hard for me. For a while, that discomfort was totally worth it, but I'm getting older now. I realized I just want a quieter, more private life, and I can't have that in the way I want as long as I'm a creator. I am thankful for the love and support you've shown me over the years. Honestly, saying goodbye is the hardest because of that. I have secretly been planning to make this change for months, and candidly, it does scare the crap out of me, but I'm ready for it. I purposely waited until I was fully at peace with the decision, my commitments were fulfilled, and I had a plan on where I wanted to go next. This has been such a wild ride and ultimately has helped me grow in so many ways. That said, I'm excited for my next chapter away from the spotlight. So, interesting. I don't know if some of you watch Glitter and Lasers. Like, I don't know what led to her decision or what made her decide to step away. But Glitter and Lasers is saying, I'm not going to be doing content. Very interesting that she's leaving. Well, I hope she finds what she's looking for. But it's kind of shocking that she's walking away from her channel. All right. Let's see. Did this, did that. We already shot this here. Tired AF says, I thought we were cooking and eating like Mother. Yeah, I thought so too. This whole Mother personality. Mother is about eating healthy, is she not? So she was eating like Mother, and then we do all this. And that is why we can't take her seriously, because she cannot commit to anything. Like, she'll eat healthy for a day and then be back on the fast food. She did a mukbang yesterday at McDonald's. Interesting news, chat. Check it out. So Foodie did a McDonald's mukbang, but guess who else did a mukbang of McDonald's just 11 hours earlier? Hungry Fat Chick. So Hungry Fat Chick did a McDonald's mukbang, and then Foodie did one right behind her. Isn't that something? Are you watching Hungry Fat Chick, Foodie? Are you copying her content? Because I didn't notice the timeline. She does a McDonald's mukbang, and then you do one right behind her. Are you copying other people? I think you are. Somebody does something, and then you have to do it. Doc Remy LeBeau says, Nina and writers are throwing money at her and donating subs left and right. So, yeah, Nina's still here. There she is. There's Nina. And there's Ryder. Like, she was getting money yesterday. She was getting PayPal donations and stuff in chat. So like people are giving her stuff right now. Doc Remy Bo says, sent that last post too soon. Writers threw another $20 at her. Yep. So 1,000 bit, excuse me, 1,000 bits is $10 and 2,000 is $20. Yeah, so we know who the big money people are. We know who's supporting Chantal. And here's another one. Doc Remy LeBeau says, and now $50 from Nina. Chantal has been giving an epic amount of money today on Kick and PayPal. Yep. They were going wild yesterday, giving the donations. Yep, we saw that. We saw that. That too. Saw that. That too. Covered that. Now, this is something beautiful from nature. So this mother has just given birth to her foal. And these are horses out in the wild. Keep an eye on the two stallions in the back. They're just horse playing around. They're showing off for the mare. And the mare's like, I just gave birth. Get out of here, you knuckleheads. Mother's being very protective of her baby. And these stallions they're just acting stupid. They're trying to show off for her, but she's like, I don't care. I just gave birth. Like, go take your playing somewhere else. These are the incredible, like, protective maternal instincts of animals at work. Mother is keeping a fence between herself and the baby. And she's like, I don't want you hurting my child. Get away. Go play somewhere else. They're trying to impress her. And she's like, I don't care. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Idiots. Get on out of here. I just gave birth. I want nothing to do with you right now. Isn't that nice? Tired AF says, so Chantal has just admitted to Salah being married before. So when will she admit that he has a child? Remember this Facebook post? So I don't know why she chose to share that information, that he was married before. Really interesting that it's coming out now. Is it because she's high and she just doesn't care? Why is she sharing that info? I mean, everybody's been thinking in the community, he's got a child somewhere. She denied that he was married before, and now she's saying it. Thank you, Miss Misery, for the super sticker, just because, and I really enjoy your live streams. Thank you so much for being here, for being a part of all this. Oh, and by the way, guys, for those of you that late last night, Goose went live on her Kick channel, and I was on panel with her, and we were just having a fine old time. So if you haven't seen that stream, go to Bacon Strip Bed Sheets on Kick. It was a good time. We were just goofing off with each other. But I was there. I know it was late for some of you, but it did happen. It was good stuff. It was a good time. We always have a good time together. She was still torturing me. You missed it? Well, just check it out. I put the link on my community post. If you don't know where to find it, it's there. I posted last night. If you want to check it out for an extra laugh. Shenanigans. Hey, Shan. Says, proof that Chantal is doing special requests online for the feedies. No way is she making enough on Kick and YouTube to be able to splurge on takeout daily while paying her bills. She almost admitted to making money on the side the other day. Rule number 2 tells on herself. Crochet with Ash May says, this is a special feedie request, Foodie. I'm going to blow this one up. Go ahead, Foodie.
Thank you. Someone very kind sent me something to do another fun. Where's your ball? Grocery bees.
Yeah, groceries. What kind of groceries? For you or for Natter?
Like to do a fun fucking live stream or video, live stream about for some groceries to do a fun video or something.
Notice the hesitation. She didn't know what to say. She didn't know whether to say, oh, to go out and have a dinner or to have groceries, the hesitation. Should I say grocery? Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. She didn't know whether to say groceries or go out and get a meal. Kind of changing her sentence mid-sentence. Pardon me. I am so sorry. Got hair on my throat, I think. Watch again. Watch how she says that again.
Thank you. Someone very kind sent me something to do another fun. Where's your ball? Grocery bees.
Groceries.
To do a fun fucking live stream or video, live.
Wait a minute. Pump the brakes. So first you said it was for groceries. Groceries means you're going to buy food for your house. Then you just changed it to fun live stream. So how would groceries figure into that? Make up your mind. It's either groceries or it's a fun live stream, which means you're getting paid for a request. Which is it? Oh, you can't make up your mind? You don't know what to say? Go ahead and keep telling on yourself, stupid.
Stream about for some groceries to do a fun video or something. What can we do? I was going to do an Aladdin. Who's ours? My arse is showing.
You heard that right. She was considering doing an Aladdin themed thing. A Disney character. We're going for like the kitty themes these days. Why would you do that? Aladdin is a Disney character. Child themed. Why? Ew. Just ew. Are you going to try to be Jasmine? What are you doing with the Aladdin stuff?
Shit. I'm always stressing him the fuck out. Like, I don't know why he likes me.
Nobody likes you. They like your money, though. They really like the money. All right, so that's it, y'all, for the Twitter peeps. That's all I got for right now. And we are exactly at 3 hours. So I've got stuff that I need to do today, but I want to spend some time with y'all and do this live stream and talk about the Twitter peeps, the racist shit that was going on in her stream last night, and also about this thing that's going to be coming out on the 10th, the Pearadise documentary, and the fact that Foodie is hating on it already, even though it's not even been dropped. She's still trying to insert herself in a conversation that has nothing to do with her. And I don't think we've heard the last from Foodie about her thoughts regarding this documentary. I think she's not going to shut up about it. You know, the more people talk about it online, the more she's going to talk about it. What do you think? Am I right? You know, just why nobody forced them against their will. You weren't there. You don't know. You can't say that. You were not in the house. So I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. I very much appreciate you being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. And I'm going to leave you guys with a nice, relaxing song to kind of decompress with. Take care, everyone. Bye.